Hey, bald guys, you wanted more. We gave you more. With the all-new Pitbull from Skull Shaver, we gave it a more powerful motor, more blades to choose from, and a sleeker design that fits right in the palm of your hand. So you can shave anytime, anywhere, wet or dry, to get the smoothest shave possible with no nicks or cuts and be done in 90 seconds. For the best 5-minute home haircut, try our Beast Clipper for your hair and beard. Want more? Get more with the all-new Pitbull from Skull Shaver at skullshaver.com.
Yeah, Ace Bars. I'm back. They say Sparks won't hop on the track, I'm good at that. I heard that she act Kiss, she still rap. The proof's in the pudding, like Cosby, I'm back. Got some whips, I stop at the gifts, I got it like that. Spider-Man whips, Batman fist, still ready for combat. Yeah, shows on gold, talk shit, my shit slack. Movie roll, pay roll, bank rolls, round the map. I'm in control, Simon says clap. I break the molds while everybody trap. My teeth for gold and they all just cap. I spark you up like tasers, I zap. Red Bulls to snap, got wings in they flap, got wings in they flats. The best of the batches, greatness attaches in me, not on me. My lights are matched, I spark with the blacks. It's no time to lack, just load up my tracks. I can't be sidetracked, time to attack. Black, blackity black, and then I come back. I stop the raps, now I relapse. It's my time to blow the TikTok and stand back. Stop, drop, and roll, on fire thermostat. Go get the hose, see the snake, cut the grass. I am a pro at rhyming, check the stats. I get the flow like vomit. Look through my soul, that's diamonds, elements, and y'all on demon time. I won't let them in. For somebody weaker, you'll have a better chance. Untouchable, they try and never can. They disruptible, friends even can. My fam huxtable, make men's to the end when I'm comfortable. My hands, I'll extend, that's them vegetables with cheese. Bread to spin, I did it before, I'll do it again. I brought back hip-hop and I came out to win. Just like the Locks, Dipset versus them. Haters kick rocks, take L's to the chin. Knock them out they socks, cause I'm good with the pen. They just flip-flop and Crocs my toes in. Opened up a lane and they all closed in. If a DJ don't spin this, it's a deadly sin. I'm a holler back girl like my name Gwen. I'm on higher learn and Rip John Singleton. Simplicity, but I'm not simpleton. Yes, I look sweet, but I'm more cinnamon. Ate up this beat, better yet, I'm on a bench. MVP on my team and your side got you bench. Been around the globe, hip-hop in these movie roles. About to spark the show. And if you don't know now, you know. I jumped around, jump, 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 jump. I jumped around, jump, 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 jump. I jumped around, jump, 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 jumped around.
That's the way you start the Devinwade Show.
Dev Nasty. On cap, I want it. Make love on the bed with hundreds. Your words mean so important to me that soon as you comment, I revive. I'll come and teach you vows real easy when you put your tongue in it. Oohs in the eyes, take this lessons for me. Face down, ass up on my stomach. I got tricks in the bag, no, I ain't running.
Hold on. She just got perverted. Yo, check this out. Check this out, y'all. This is another episode of the Devinwade Show. I am your host, Dev Nasty, aka Dangerous Dev Nasty, aka Choke Your Mama, aka Choke Your Pop Out. And we back with another one. And you already see we got this special guest in the building. But before we get to her, to the left of me.
Yo, it's your boy, the people's champ, man. Y'all already know what it is. Porta Rich, let's go.
Y'all already know it's your girl Walesca D, the fashionista. We in here. We got some females representing heavy.
Yeah, we got ass cleavage in the back. You know what I'm saying? We got wardrobe malfunctions. We got a lot of shit for y'all today, yo. But this person I've actually known for a long time. I watched her when she first started rapping, and from what I remember, she might have wanted to rap, decided to go write something, pretty much instantly had a single video done, sounded polished as a motherfucker. I think it was Faja.
You
know what I mean? Faja.
Around town. Money is the motive, but the same way flow. All our money talk. Follow our lingo.
Yo, you already see who it is. It's none other than the rapper, singer, actress, Asia Sparks is in the building.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm so excited. Listen, we both came a long way. This is amazing, and I can't wait to spark this thing up.
Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin' with you? Yo, let's for the people that don't know, let's get a rundown of some of the places they might have saw you, yo.
Oh man. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen like the BT Hip Hop Cypher. Did BT Hip Hop Cypher back in the day. He was on 106 and Park, Young Stars. And then I transitioned into movies, which was pretty dope for me. I had a movie on BET, still out there. We actually just got we got picked up again, relaunched.
Nice.
So it's called Hollywood Hearts with Bobby Valentino. Happy birthday, Bobby V.
Bobby V.
Yeah.
Fire.
I've done some other things too, you know, Made in Chinatown with the cast of The Sopranos. That was a dope movie. And a couple other things. You might have seen me in Double Cross season 3.
Listen, she got a
I got a long list. I got a long list.
She got a list. So I didn't even know this. So I'm asking for me myself. What made you transition into the acting thing? Because I just knew you was that bar spitter, like a real spitter. You know what I mean? And they know now too, for the people that didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
like,
do.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. It just like some things just come to me. You know what I mean? When you're called to do something, I think just things just happen easily, especially when, you know, you're dedicated to something and you just pick, like you say yes to every opportunity, not every opportunity, but most opportunities. I was in Atlanta and I was on stage with Sheen Magazine and I got off stage and I met Bobby Valentino and he was actually the person that actually introduced me to acting because at the time, I mean, it wasn't in my mind. It was just something that came up and I knew I probably would be good at it because I always had like a character personality,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went to Atlanta and I got off stage and he was trying to holler at me and I'm like, I'm not interested in you. Did you see my show? That's all I'm worried about. And he like, ooh, you spicy. And I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, I got this movie opportunity for you. And I was like, so you just gonna give me the movie opportunity like that? He was like, yo, we need this spice. So went down there. We shot a short for it, and then BET had called us back, and we were down there for like 2 months shooting it. And once I got to the table, and I'm sitting around, and I'm with Carlton Payne, Cole for Martin, and I'm looking at like Life Jennings over there, Benzino over there, Patrice Fisher from Zane Sex Chronicles. I'm like, oh shit, I'm really here. Like, can I curse?
Yeah.
Shit. I was like, oh shit, I'm really here. Like, you know, and then after that, I was like, I really have a knack for this shit. And it was like, just for me, it was the most like enjoyable money I've ever made, even besides music.
Okay. So was you nervous in that situation, or did the realization that some of the people you watched on TV being there, did that make you actually more inspired? You know what I'm saying?
What's this?
Hold on. Is that?
What's this? Y'all know I don't drink no more.
Oh,
Champagne.
Oh,
Okay.
champagne.
I do Bel Air. Shout out to Bel Air. I do Bel Air. Cause y'all know I don't drink no more. I don't drink hard liquor no more.
Nice.
That's good.
We ain't
though.
gonna have Asia on here punching people, fighting or something.
No, maybe.
Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Y'all
That
heard
was
them
a joke.
bars.
That's called a joke.
Y'all heard them bars. But yeah, so when you were in front of everybody, how did that just more of a motivational thing?
No, it was a scary thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are all professional actors, and I'm just this girl from Philly that's just good at rapping, and I honestly got the luck of the draw, for real. Because I wasn't even supposed to be on stage with Sheen. I was at a club, and my friend, he called me up in Atlanta, and he was like, yo, I got your songs here. I'm like, oh, spin that. Spinned it. As soon as I got off stage, in the club the night before, I met Sheen Magazine, the owner of Sheen Magazine. And then they were like, yo, we got a show. Mind you, it's 3 o'clock in the morning in the club. So I'm like, oh, I got to get this show together real quick, because this is Bronner Brothers. This is like big. Okay. And Sheen Magazine. So I pulled that together, and honestly, some stuff just happens for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was scared. A lot of the opportunities I get, it just happens for me. I guess when you're a light, I guess. And
you're blessed. Go ahead, say it. You're blessed.
No, I'm absolutely blessed. I'm blessed by the absolute best. But, you know, speaking on energy terms, like, you know, like you can know God, right? But not follow his word. You understand what I'm saying? You can give to others and do for others and stuff like that. You got to be a light to the world. God give you that light so you can share light to others.
Talk about it.
I feel like that's all when in my life and in my standing. I feel like sometimes, like, you know, I've sacrificed so much, and sometimes I meet people. I'm like, hi, Masia, you need help? You need me to come to perform? I got you. I'll come tomorrow, and I show up. I do a good job. Try to show up on time, other than today.
Yeah.
I try to blame somebody over there.
Yeah. Okay, behind the scenes. But he holding it down
Videos
for me.
by Ferno. I shot him out. No, but I think good things come to good people. And good things, not only that, faith without works is dead.
Absolutely.
So,
So you talked about being a light, but we know that entertainment could be a dark business, right? It could be a dark business. A lot of bullshit goes on, and I know that you had to discover some of that on the rapping end, because I never knew what really took place when you was rapping, and then did you end up getting a management deal?
yeah.
So I remember you getting a management deal, but actually, from my perspective, I could be dead wrong. When you got the management deal, it seemed like you actually was doing less than what you were doing when it was just homegrown. Shout out to Sanji, her mom's.
shout out to my
When y'all
mama.
was doing it just Sparkle Girls,
Yeah.
y'all was everywhere. And then it seemed like when you got management, professional management, it kind of like simmered a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's what can I say? Okay, so my I was managed by Kevin Lyles,
Okay.
and that's a pretty big powerhouse. It's a pretty big powerhouse. Some of my fellow clients are like Trey Songz and Estelle and Dollaz and Big Sean, and here I am independent, and I got to put that work in, and I was putting the work in a lot of the times, but it was always like a lot of the times when you're in the industry and the people who are behind the desk, they look at trends, and I was always the person that never followed trends. A lot of the times I was told, like, not necessarily from them, but a lot of the times I was told I was too smart, dumb yourself down, like dumb your raps down, like most of the world isn't smart, so you gotta dumb yourself down. And at the time I didn't know how to do that because I was so authentically me. Now I understand it more, But at the time, when you're 19 and you're doing all of these things, you're wondering, like, I'm ready now.
Right.
Like, I'm ready now. Like, listen. And then, eventually when you get labeled difficult to work with, you start to kind of try to do it the way of the industry.
Well, I
don't
can
know
say
it all.
I can say that I don't think they were right. When it came to dump, your delivery was so powerful
Yeah.
that if the people didn't get the bars, they was going to fuck with it
Yeah.
regardless because of the way it sounded.
Facts.
So I think you would have actually got people on both levels, the people that understand bars and the people that just fuck with the delivery.
And how does that help the universe anyway? Why would y'all want me to dumb down because they dumb? If anything, motherfuckers need to smarten up. Smarten up so you go, don't we want a smarter world? That's kind of like stupid. That almost sound like, not to say nothing about nobody in particular that you mentioned, but that almost sound like it's people out there who actually would want to destroy this. A beautiful thing about music and the music game, because you're saying, oh, dumb all this shit down. The world is dumb. Okay, well, let's fix that. If the young kids coming up ain't get proper education, if we know education got worse in the last 20 years and everything we've been dealing with in like a lot of inner cities got worse, children with no parents being in the household, shit like that, that's all the type shit that cause where like children now are like out here and they might not be as smart as the last generation that came through or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we supposed to like cater to that.
Yeah, nah, you're 100% right. Even more than that, it's like if you don't have certain things in life and all you got is music and our people love this music, back in the day, niggas was going to go listen to somebody and it was Nas. So at least the rappers was using words that made you want to go find out what it was. If you listen to Wu-Tang, you might have had to grab a dictionary a couple times.
Because they were using bigger words than normal. But I feel like for you as a woman at that time, do you think it was more because of your sex at the time? Like, you not saying that the time, but...
like the industry that we serve is very sex-oriented,
right?
But at the time, it wasn't even about that. It was just about, like, finding the hit, finding what works, finding the formula. And I think a lot of the times what I was saying was, like, a lot of times with labels, they work on formulas. What works for you works for you. And I think that they were trying to find what works for me because, to be fair, I had so many different talents. And I felt like, a lot of people was trying to put me in the box. For me, my first single was a rock song, you know what I mean? But I was a songwriter, a part of Grammy Phi. So we would do panels discussing how we write songs. And I'm like, well, I'm not just this hip hop artist. I can rap, I can sing. A lot of people don't know that I can sing. I can write singing songs, I can produce, I make beats. And I'm a businesswoman and I had so many ideas and dreams that really got pushed by the wayside, if I'm going to be all the way honest, just because, it just didn't fit a part of the formula. And it doesn't take away from the people that I used to work with before. I still love Kevin, and I love everybody a part of KWL. It's just that we didn't mesh. We didn't work business-wise. And it has nothing to do with that. I just wanted to, I feel like, at that moment, I did have an engine, and I did have like a little momentum going. And now that I'm 30 and I look back at all the mistakes that was made, and I just know not to do that anymore. And that's another reason why I'm not signing with a label. And that's another reason why I decided to go with acting, because acting is another way in the door, number one. Number two, I'm a music artist, so it actually helps me submit records, and I have publishing on movies, which it's easy because when TV shows, they always spin your music and you get paid for it, you get a check for it. And then on top of that, it just opens up another world of opportunity for me. And eventually, and it's funny because it seems like every time I act, I always get a music role. Hollywood Hearts, I played an artist. I mean, even in Broadway, like I played for Color Girls, and I sung a live song. I played in the stage play Devin, and I sung Shantae Moore. So I'm always doing music things. It's just like, the music. I hate the music business.
I feel like at that time period though, when you did first get with like Kev or whatever like that, it still probably showed you that it was real, because you would, like, when I saw you where you were, I said, Asia's the fuck out of here. She won't be able to take our call soon. You know what I mean? Because I saw the people that you were at the table with in these dinners that you were at and stuff like that. Now, Wally brought up something about, you being a woman in the game. What I wanted to know is, so we know the BS that comes with the music business. What have you found is the bullshit that comes with that acting?
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So in the acting world, they call it the honeypot roles. And I think because of the way I look, like because I have tattoos, in acting, they always want to put me in honeypot roles, meaning they always want to give me sex scenes. I hate it. I did my last official sex scene in January. But it seems like in Hollywood Hearts, I had a sex scene. And Double Cross, I played a stripper and had a sex scene. And died.
So is Porter a honeypot actor because he's got all sex scenes?
Do you always have sex scenes?
Honeypot Porter.
What
do you mean? Nah, I'm kidding. But I mean, I'm just saying. Most of the movies that I've been in, I think it was because like my role was single. So I think not my role was single, but I was single. And I think sometimes directors kind of like keep that in mind too. Like, we just gonna go with him. Because he ain't got no girl, none of that shit, and it just be more simple.
No, they don't care about that.
That's what I was going to say. Do they think about
No, them dudes be married with 5 kids, and they be sitting in the trailer. Real rap. They be sitting in the trailer waiting, but it's a job. You understand what I'm saying? It's like when but you got to get your worth. And honestly, I've done so many roles. Like I played cop. I played
What's your favorite role?
Ooh. My favorite role, to be honest, my favorite role is my worst role, which is the double cross.
The stripper.
Actually, no. I played some pretty cool things like Brother Wolf. It's like a
your
sci-fi.
favorite,
but it didn't come out yet.
But at the end of the day, it's like you said. And I think that's where like people can't separate real life from entertainment in so many different dimensions, right? Because we got young kids that can't listen to this shit without really going to shoot somebody right now. Mm-hmm. So it's a real thing that is happening. You know what I'm saying? So you can love a stripper role. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that? For you, especially if you like a totally different person in your real life, mm-hmm. where you probably would never do that. So you like, okay, well, this is a chance for me to kind of like almost live out one of my fantasies almost, but in my career in a professional way.
I don't have a fantasy to be a stripper.
she said, let's make that clear.
I don't have a fantasy to be a stripper.
I think what Porta Rich is trying to say is just like being in the role of that. So a stripper, like everybody wants to know, like, how does it feel to be that stripper? Because you kind of got to like put yourself in their shoes to some degree, and really play out the role. So how do you like mentally prepare yourself to play that role?
I'm not even gonna lie, like I have no aspirations on being a stripper, but I respect the hustle and I respect when I'm at the strip club, I look at them girls like, dang, look how strong she is. That's how I look at strippers. Like, damn, she is shaped. Like I'm trying to be like that.
Right.
So and it's a confidence thing. Like for someone to be able to dance naked, that's a confidence thing.
Right.
And actually on set, I was working with strippers. Preparing for that role was awesome because I never thought I could swing on a pole. I had to learn how to swing on a pole. That was different. And then, and I actually danced to my song. So that made me feel a whole lot better about wearing a thong and some pasties on stage.
Because it's a part of your performance almost to your own shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm not even going to lie. Playing a stripper, for me, it was liberating because I was all kind of, I'm not self-conscious, but for me, that's like millions of people. Double Cross has 120 million viewers. And I'm like, I don't want people to see me in this light because I actually do activism and humanitarianism with kids. So for me, I'm playing a role, but it affects me in real life. So I was struggling with that. I seen that Lisa Ray was dealing with identity crisis from doing Players Club.
That's crazy because I just watched
And I dealt with
something.
that.
It was on Netflix and it was called The Movies That Made Us. And I think it might have been it was one of the actresses had like a sex scene back in the day in a movie, and she said it literally like ruined her career, where it was like she was like typecasted as like, we go to you for this or whatever. Like that.
I mean, and that happens, especially in Hollywood. Like I spent time in like Hollywood. It's like the porn state of the world. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you do get, typecasted. But for me, I'm lucky enough to have this music career and have like my name. Like I just got a Global Activism Award last year.
Oh, shout out to that. That's amazing.
Thank you. And I got a citation from the city of Philadelphia for my dedication and my community service to the youth. This is a while back. Got the Martin Luther King Award. Like I got a lot of things, and this is just sitting in my mom's house. But for me, I just feel like, with acting, I'm done with it. I'm done with honeypot roles.
Okay.
I'm good because I have a movie with Amari Hardwick.
We
March
love Amari
25th,
Hardwick. Okay.
coming to Netflix March 25th.
Shout out to you.
Thank you. And I played a cop.
Oh, you're like his partner.
No, I played a cop.
Okay.
I played a cop. So, and that was awesome for me because I'm like, yes, you finally see me as a cop and not like this honeypot. And also, I have a movie called Dirty Game, and I played the manager of. It's a music. Of course, everything I do is with music. But OG Mall, Jamal Gravy, he played Biggie. I'm playing the manager, and he owns the record label Shooter from Love and Hip Hop. And I also produced that as well. So
Shit.
That's amazing.
Thank
You're
you.
doing some big things.
Yeah. I mean, like I was living in California throughout the summer, and of course I'm going back. But it's holiday time. I'm with my family. But being out there, it just taught me a lot about the industry and writing film. I have now 9 scripts that we're actually getting ready to shoot. And I've talked to a couple people. I talked to Tone Trump, and I was talking to Danny Garcia, and I was talking to a couple people because I like mixing music artists with film. That's my thing because I am that, and a lot of people don't know. I went to camera school. I got me a camera. I met with Spike Lee, and I'm like, at this point in my life, like, so many people think like the music industry, this shit is unhealthy sometimes, man. Like you said, it's unhealthy.
Talk about
the
it.
reason why I took a step back was because it was a lot of drugs, it was a lot of alcohol, it was a lot of violence. And for me, with this humanitarian free spirit, knowing that, a person like me, the way I rap, I'm trying to change something. I got that like that Tupac, you don't have to spark the world. I mean, you don't have to change the world, but if you spark
the world,
one person, you're doing something. So for me, I was trying to find ways to build a legacy, and I felt like music was just a stepping stone. So was acting. Acting is just a stepping stone. Acting is a stepping stone that I can do when I'm 70, by the way.
That's so listen, Sid, that's the thing that people didn't understand about acting, podcasts, and stuff like that. You could host shows and do that, and they don't put that time limit on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's naturally something that people could do milk what they can out of the music game. And then if you have that talent to transition over, like Method Man or somebody like that that you see doing, like killing it on Power every week.
Mary J, like you see a lot of musical artists in these roles, and they're actually doing a phenomenal job because at the end of the day, they're artists, but in their own so artists I think about as like creativity, right? You're creating, you're someone else. So it's easy for an artist to become an actor to some degree because you're able to kind of like portray a different image.
Yeah. I mean,
do you
I'm
feel
trying
like
to think,
that helps?
I get you, but I'm trying to think of some artists that was just terrible acting.
Oh, well, we had some. Yes, there are a few of those.
We gonna name them?
I ain't naming them. I ain't get me blackballed again.
Oh, all right.
I ain't naming them. You can name them though. Go ahead. Go ahead, Porter.
I'll name them. let me start thinking about them. Because at the end of the day, even if I do say your name, first of all, it's my opinion. I'm entitled to that. It's a bunch of motherfuckers that done say shit about me. They just don't say it to me.
Right.
They don't say it to nobody I fuck with. You think motherfuckers out there ain't say, that nigga cool, he ain't nothing special? I know they say it, but guess what? That's your opinion. You entitled to that. I actually don't even get upset with that. I get upset when you just like disrespect. Don't put no disrespect in there. You can state your opinion and don't like. I remember me and somebody got into it over that because he was like, he felt like it was his time to come at me after he asked me for a record. He said Porter's ass. I didn't have an issue with that. He said my whole album was trash. I said I don't have an issue with that. Call me a
That's true. See,
call me a and he called me a snitch. That's when that's when the motherfuckers was about to duct tape him and kidnap him. No. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to get on no negative shit, but for real though, I think people should be able to accept opinions. Yeah. If you put yourself out there for the world to criticize you, right? You putting yourself out there as a world talent.
That's a fact.
You got to be able to accept that.
Yeah. Like, I definitely got tough skin, but a lot of these people don't, they're very sensitive. These new people today is mad sensitive. Yeah. And how I feel is, I could sit there and say, yeah, this person was a terrible actor, this person was a terrible actor. But, like, I think who said it, Hove or J. Cole, like, you never insult a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
It's a respect level.
It's a respect level. So, for me, it ain't that I'm scared. Now, if you somebody just from we on the same level, yeah, I might come at your top. But, it was some millionaires out there that did terrible as acting roles, terrible. But I would never say that because I respect them regardless.
Okay.
I respect that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is another thing. You're an actress and you know that obviously when she plays a stripper, that's not really her. So there's some people, there's roles that people won't take in there. She just said she's done with the honeypot joint.
Yes. Now,
I saw something recently on IG and it was about actually the actor from Power Book. I don't know which two. Whatever.
Which one? With Method Man and Mary J.
Okay.
Yeah. So the son on there, he plays a gay role, but he's straight in real life or whatever. And it was asking women, would they be able to date a man or be married to a man who plays a gay role in a movie where he literally has to kiss men, suck their nipples, all that stuff that they have to do on that show? Asia Sparks, could you?
Okay, I got a couple questions before I answer that.
Right.
How much you getting paid? Because somebody considering that shit, if you considering it, I want to know how much they offering you for. How much you selling your soul for? That's number one. Number two, absolutely not. Because I feel like a lot of the times when you're in a relationship, you also have to consider that person. Like, I'm not going to judge you for your past, but also you should come to me, or you should come to your partner and say, listen, wifey, they want me to do this, they want me to do that. How much? Is it going to change our lives? Is it going to change your children's lives? But then also your kids are going to see it. You got to have that conversation. It's about communication. And I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to stop doing a honeypot role. And it's because, eventually my children are going to have to grow up and they're going to have to see their mom playing a stripper on there. And they're going to have to see all the sex scenes. And it's like, damn, one more honeypot role. I'm damn near a porn star.
Right.
Even though that it's innocent, even though they're not touching me, or it's just a kiss. Right. You're getting paid thousands of dollars just for a kiss, and they make it seem like you fucking.
So if they tell your husband or whatever, oh yeah, we got $5 million.
$5 million for my husband to act like he getting one up the butt.
Yeah.
You gotta kiss him.
Yeah.
Definitely got to do a bunch of kissing. $5 million, you got tongue, might be tongue involved.
Yeah, he got to suck
kiss.
nipples. He got to suck nipple.
No, thank you.
Okay. What you doing with that, Wally?
I had to really think about this question because I feel like the type of energy you put out to the universe, I don't want to start not saying that my man will be gay and that he will become gay because of the role, but I feel like if I'm entering that space or if he's entering that space, that can trigger something. So I think best practice to not do the role. I don't care how much money. I just feel as though that I don't want to be putting that energy out there. And I just really had to think about that because I'm like, once you kind of open that door and it's kind of like you're really playing that, that can trigger something in somebody's brain. Like,
I don't know if
I don't know. I'm just
my man
assuming.
behind the camera said
I agree.
He said it's not going to trigger nothing.
I honestly agree with
I don't want to put that out
just
there.
even that type of energy. Like, I've been on set pretending to have a sex scene. Do you know how uncomfortable that shit is?
Tell me about it.
That shit is uncomfortable. Like,
Porter was comfortable.
No, it is. It's very uncomfortable. Like, you're swinging on the pole, and then you got guys wondering if you're really a stripper or not. Like, no, I'm talented.
Hey, Age, listen.
Hello.
Don't talk to me.
Listen,
Right.
my most uncomfortable moment in a sex scene, it's crazy because it reminds me of Sin's ass crack malfunction. But in one sex scene that I did, I don't know if it was because it was a sex scene, but it was.
You got hard. It's okay. You got hard.
No. Me and the girl, I discussed that with the actress about that. I pulled her to the side and told her, like, look, he got a mind of his own. Just know I don't mean no
Oh, so
harm.
you pre let them know.
No, I'm just saying as far as that went.
No, I'm saying, but when you do get into those situations, do you
I mean, I think it's only right. Me personally, I didn't get no manual. Like, yo, this is how you do sex
Right,
scenes.
exactly.
These are the do's and don'ts.
Right.
So for me,
Wait, pre what? Pre-cum?
No, like letting them know, like, hey, I might get aroused or something like that.
It's happened to me.
Right.
I wanted to get a one-on-one with the actress. I wanted to talk to her and make sure that me and her, like, that she kind of like just got to know me a little bit even though we knew each other from the film. But first of all, she was married. So she had she had a partner, and that was important for me to be respectful and make sure that I keep that in mind, because I'm not trying to she got to do a scene that's probably already difficult for her situation.
Right.
So I'm not going to be in this shit being no dickhead trying to make it any worse. Yeah. So when I went to her, like, I talked to her and I was like, look, I've never really did it before neither. So I'm just letting you know that I definitely think, I definitely feel like they want us to do as realistic as possible when it comes to like kissing foreplay, kissing right on your neck, little taps on your lip, whatever. Like, they want that type shit. It gotta be real. You trying to sell something, right? But I definitely told her, as far as like my man go, I was like, look, I don't know. I can't tell you if it's going to pop, rock hard.
But excuse me ahead of time.
If it's going to be chilling, I can't tell you. But I'm just letting you know that if by any chance he does get a little excited, I'm letting you know that I don't mean no harm. I'm not on no. I respect your marriage. Yes. I'm here to just do my best job. And shout out to her because she was super understanding. We did a magnificent job, other than my malfunction. Nigga, I told you it was a lot of people. It was a couple people in the room because they was checking out the scene. The director, a couple other people, and I remember because my I wasn't naked. I had on boxers, but they like, Rich, we could see your boxes a little bit. So they like, we need them to come down a little bit.
We need to see the ass crack.
They needed some crack. They needed crack. So they was like, Rich, we need the ass crack a little bit. And then, it was just, I had to like adjust the boxes a little bit, whatever.
What movie was this?
This was specifically for Chase Street.
Yeah, Chase Street.
Listen, shout to Chase Street, shout to everybody. Chase Street, Amazon Prime is now out on Tubi, free for everybody. Numbers is running it up. They running it up.
Monica's a whole comedian. So everything, Monica be shooting all shots.
I'm gonna get her. I'm telling you, I'm going to get her. I just going to get her when you think
when the
you're
moment
ready.
Is right.
No, but I get that. I get that because like in the beginning of Double Cross, I was talking to Faith Malante. He played Nurse Brian in Double Cross, and I was getting my makeup done, and he was in the makeup chair, and I said, "Oh, is that him? That's Nurse Brian." I never met him before. I just seen him on TV. I said, "How you doing?" Shook his hand. He looked at my hand. He was like, "How you doing?" He's mad cool. He an Aries too, like me.
Shout out to that.
Aries. So
hello.
I was like, I just want to let you know something. My name is Asia Sparks. I am a rapper first, but I'm an actress second. I take my job very seriously. I am playing a stripper, and I have to dance on you. But please treat me like a professional.
I love that.
And you know what? From there, it was just like, oh, I respect her.
That's
you
right.
you a rapper? Let me hear your music. And then, behind the scenes, he made me so comfortable because he wasn't on that time as well. It was just professionalism. But I've had sex scenes where, this director come up to the guy like, "Hey, yo, handle that. Hey, yo, handle that. You're going to have to go put some shorts on or something." Like, he had shorts on, but he got to go put another pair of shorts on.
To kind of hold it down.
Yeah, you got duct tape. You got to get the duct tape out.
But again, let me shout out to you, though, because you know what? Like, I like how you carry yourself, and especially being in a role like that, you're letting them know, like, hey, like, I'm a rapper first, I'm an actress second, and just, respect me like a professional. Yeah. And just, I feel like a lot of women in the industry, and then you can let me know if I'm wrong or right, but I feel like a lot of women are afraid to say what she said to, you know, a fellow, you know, actor.
I ain't afraid of nobody.
But, and I respect that. And there should be a lot of more.
Show for 12 years. I'm going to say what I got to say.
Exactly, as you should. But I feel like, you know, you sharing that, right, you sharing that, I feel like it'll support other women out there who do, who are in, you know, movie roles and stuff like that and feel like they need to share or say something. You know, they should feel confident to do so.
And to be honest, for the record, both of my sex scenes, I think I could double check and call the actresses. Ain't nothing crazy happen.
No,
I actually, because I actually be focused on my acting. We're like, and I'm talking about as far as me getting excited and any of that. I don't remember or recall none of that happening, to be honest. Like, we actually, my second sex scene from the recession, shout to Mo, shout to Dream Boy Visions. We was laughing. It was hilarious.
I laughed too.
Listen, I'm sweating. Yeah. I'm trying, after I got,
shit hilarious,
I got done and you supposed to be trying to act like you bust. So I hit my head on the headboard like, you know, it's one of them joints. You know, we do that in real life. When we on that with the headboard and we gotta
you
get
laughing now, so imagine how funny it is. And you just like,
listen, I'll never know, babe. You'll never see me in one of those scenes ever.
But listen,
I don't care what the check is.
No, but listen, it's not like people think that it's so raunchy. Like, you're not bumping and grinding. Like,
I get it.
You're not pussy to dick. You pussy on stomach.
I think it's when you sell it.
So it's just like you just moving and selling it, and when he humping it, he ain't even his dick ain't even touching your
$10 million.
It's just the way. It's just the way. It's just the way it looks. My girl would shoot me in the head. She knows my girl would shoot me in the head.
Honestly, I think, you know, yeah, she'll kill you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
See her? My girl would kill me. Porta Rich. Reversal. Would it be cool with you, even if it was a situation where your wife had to do a lesbian scene? That's what it was. Would it be okay with you?
No.
All right, bet.
Why though?
No, I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too.
But I like hearing people's real.
But is it showing titties or not? You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff is tasteful because it has to be a part of the scene.
I'm gonna be honest,
you have to show the relationship. You have to show the desire. You know, those things tell a story. But if it's a scene, it depends. You could have a monster ball scene like Halle Berry and she make me feel good.
No.
I ain't doing all that. I ain't showing no titties.
I'm gonna be honest.
She killed that role, by the way.
She did, but I ain't showing no titties.
But all people remember when you say the word monsters ball, they remember that line that she said, make me feel good. That's what people remember.
For me, honestly, it's just for me, it's kind of like a personal answer just because of where I'm at in my life right now. Like, I just had a birthday, man. I'm 40 plus years old. And I think for a
You don't want to be accurate?
No. For a long time in my life.
40 plus what, 2? 40 plus 3?
For a long time in my life, I accepted shit that I kind of like didn't want. I accepted shit that I normally knew in my head that I don't accept. I thought I could change certain shit.
I feel that.
I thought certain shit would change in time. And what I learned is that I want what I want, right? And I gotta stop trying to take other shit and hope that it'll turn into what I want. So, and it reminds me of this question because I don't want to share my woman, right? When it comes to a wife, I don't want to share. Like, you know what I mean? If for a woman that want to be shared, you just not for me. You're not for my wifey position for sure. You might one night stand if I'm still playing like that, which I don't know. I don't even be beat nowadays. Like, could have been, but
it's not really sharing your woman if it's like a scene. I mean, it's not like she's in another relationship.
But it's still a sex scene. It's still a sex scene, and for me, like, you know, like. I don't know.
I mean, but that's another reason why I said I'm not doing a honeypot role because I'm entering in a stage in my life too. Like, you know, I took 17 flights last year. I'm just, you know.
Only reason I'm gonna slow myself down on just concrete and saying no is because I'm kind of like not thinking about just me being an actor, being in sex scenes.
Because now you're infringing on your girl's dreams and what she's trying to do. Like, let's say it's me. Some people will be like, man, I don't care if my girl was doing a scene with another girl or something like that. I'm probably still gonna care, but even more so if the girl is a nigga like me. Like, if it's like Young M.A. or something, and I know she loves sucking these titties, I'm be mad at the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect her as a nigga.
Right.
She a real nigga.
Right.
And we real niggas, and you not gonna suck my girl's titties. Young M.A.
I
You can forget about it.
And I just feel like I just feel like if I can, you know, expect and ask my wife to say, yo, you know me. You know me, you know how I love you, you know what we got, and you know, like, where I'm at. You know I would never risk no shit like what we have for some bullshit, for some momentarily shit. Like, so I just feel if I can ask that, And if I can expect somebody to understand that, then I kind of like gotta be willing
gotta
to
do the
do
same.
it on the other end. So I can't just say no to the sex scene in an acting career, but I'm sticking to what I'm sticking to when just as far as like,
certain rules.
There's rules.
Yeah.
There's rules,
just-
and there's a line that you can't cross. And for me, I definitely now that I'm getting older and I'm getting into another stage in my life, I'm turning 30. When I have kids and I'm thinking about all types of things, I want to make sure that I've done so much. You can say no to a role. It's okay. It's not going to be the end. But if someone came to me and was like, listen, we'll give you, let's see,
Look, it's the price, but it could also
10
be
million, 15 million, 20 million.
Could it also be the
Euros.
actor, like an actor you respect, like it's Will Smith, like it's a person
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
amazing.
That's different though.
Yeah.
Somebody
That's
that-
different. I would
that's
do that.
veteran.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Because
That
it's-
would be my next honeypot if I did that.
Yeah, because it's somebody that's on a caliber that you just understand that this person's on such
That's
a
a level
caliber.
up. That's
Yeah.
a level up. And
Yeah.
some stuff ain't about level up. Some stuff just be like, all right, we just going to do this. And I mean, I've done honeypot roles, and it wasn't really a level up. Like it was just like I'm doing it. It's a
But
check.
isn't that like a case of how far you would go for exposure? Like, what's the limit?
exactly.
Yeah. So the
Same
exposure
thing.
on in a Will Smith movie, in a movie with actors of certain caliber is like a real thing.
Yeah.
But if it is a smaller production, that might be still like you want that opportunity, but you're like, I'm not doing that for that one.
Like,
Right.
I'm
You know
not
what
even
I'm
gonna lie. I did it my last sex. The reason why it wasn't Double Cross that made me not want to do honeypot roles. It was the last movie that we shot that I actually produced that made me not want to do it. I was supposed to play another role. I wasn't supposed to play the lead. And in the middle of shooting, the director was like, "Oh no, we need you to play the lead." Like Jamal was like, "No, Asia need to play it." Like, cause I know him from back in the day. Like, no, she a good actress. She need to play the lead. And then with me doing that, I produced it. So I understood that it needed a sex scene because we already had another sex scene, but we needed to show the dynamic of the relationship. I just hate it. The girl Duchess of Inks.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She was another producer on it as well.
Okay.
So for me, we were sitting there. It was such an argument and such a tassel with me playing this role because I really did it on the whim. I was up. I'm producing, and then we're shooting, and then I have to study the lines for tomorrow because they actually dropped it on my lap. But I wanted to be the producer so bad that I knew what it took to make this film work. It frustrated the shit out of me, but we got it done, and it's actually going to be a great film.
And you took the bullet. You took the bullet for
I
the
took
whole.
the mother. I'm
whole-
always taking the bullet, man. I'm always taking the damn bullet.
I want to
Hate
jump
it.
back to some rap shit real quick because I never even asked you something as simple as this, and I want to know this from everybody. And it's not all, I respect all MCs equally, but I gotta ask you, who is your favorite female MC outside of yourself? Who do you fuck with
Right
most?
now?
The most.
Okay, so right now. That's actually kind of hard.
Do
I
it gotta be right now?
No,
Dan?
no,
It could be
all
who. It
time.
could be your all
No, I
time.
like right now. I like Doja Cat. I just like her growth because I've always been a fan of Doja Cat. I thought she was really dope. Even though she's sort of like a singer, but she reminds me of me in so many ways
was
because
gonna
she
say
can do so
that.
much.
Yeah.
I love Doja.
Respectfully.
Niggas ain't shit. That's my shit. So I like Doja Cat. I guess I consider her as a rapper.
Yeah, I would.
Respectfully, I think Megan Thee Stallion is dope. I think she's super dope. I think she's hot. It's not hot like that, but I think she's hot.
I was about to be like, what the fuck
Now
going
she
on?
for
She can really rap.
Yeah,
she
she
can
can.
really rap, and another part why I like her, she write her own shit. So I respect anybody that write their own shit. I can like you, but I can't hold you to the highest standard unless you write your own.
So
shit.
Remy Ma had a interview recently where she said writing your own shit don't matter.
It don't. It don't. It don't matter to the industry. It don't. But as an MC, a cypher spitter, a BT hip hop cypher spitter, that shit counts. You know what I'm saying? Like so. But for me, it's like I can love you. I love Cardi B. But we know she has songwriters. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it don't matter because I've worked with Grammy producers that actually write songs. But me, I pride myself in writing because I want to be a songwriter. I want to be a producer. I want to be a rapper. You know
A
what
lot
I
of
mean?
people say that they don't have an issue with it, but they do say, and I've heard a few people say this, they do say that they feel like it almost disqualifies you forever, like trying to say you're the best. Like you can never say you're the top 5 rapper, you're top 10 rapper, because they're saying you don't write those raps.
Yeah, no.
So the
It
actual writer,
It disqualifies. It disqualifies
That's
you.
what a lot of people say
Because you
they're
ain't no
saying-
MC. You're
they're
not gonna
saying-
go out there and do
they're
ciphers
saying
enough.
You're a performer. You're a performer. You're an
Hold on,
entertainer.
hold on, wait. I want to be clear.
No, this is what I've heard.
No, because I want to be clear. So if a person got somebody to write a rap before, they're disqualified forever.
No, have you ever written your own stuff? Is the question. For me.
Yes. You have. But what he's talking about is they said once you do it one time and you accept verses from other people, after that you're disqualified forever.
Well,
and me personally, I disagree.
I disagree.
So, I don't know if it would be ever. I mean, I don't know if it would be ever if you only did one verse. I'm not really saying that. If
You're
you
saying
only
more
did
of their
if you
career.
only took one verse from somebody, but you wrote all your other shit and you a long time player, that's different.
No, because
I'm talking about a motherfucker who constantly he don't write.
Because that's what niggas did with Drake, knowing that Drake know how to write raps. Because I look at it like this: if John Jones is the most dominant fighter in UFC history, and he gets caught using steroids before, right? And then they say forever he could never be. Now, nobody could beat him. Whether he on steroids or not on steroids, he beat every single nigga's ass that ever was. You could say you're number one from that little disqualification, but you know in your mind, he the best nigga. Yeah. He the best nigga that also did something illegal. So if somebody wrote a rap for Jay-Z one time, right? I still know that Hov could do what he do.
Right.
So when they did that even with Drake, when he said, okay, well, now I got to separate myself from Quentin. Shout out to Quentin, by the way. You know, look what he did since then. Immediately, like, jumped in there just like, okay, I got something for niggas.
Right.
You know, sometimes these stars get so big that they're running around doing a bunch of stuff
I agree with you, though. Yeah. I 100% agree with you because, like, you know, there's art from a songwriter's perspective. This is how a lot of people eat. There's a lot of people that actually make beats, make songs, and they sell them. That's how a lot of people eat. But then there's also a lot of artists out there that Cardi B and Beyonce's on tour. Like, when Beyonce's on tour, she's on tour all the time. And then you got to think she got to make time for her personal life. She got to make time for her kids. She also got to record. So it does make the process easier. And just from a songwriter's perspective, like, I really do believe, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I've worked in a studio where, you know, Miguel actually wrote a song for me. But of course I'm singing and then I'm like, can I add a rap? But I see what you're saying because as a spitter and you a real spitter and that's where you get your respect from is like, especially as a female that really spits the way she spit, it's like, that's been the number one question since I started. Yo, you write your own raps. Hell yeah, I write my own raps. I don't think nobody can write like me or rap like me, male or female, because what I'm writing is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I now, don't get it twisted. If I needed to do, like, if I'm getting big and I need to do, like, a Megan Thee Stallion or a Cardi B type song.
You can do that, too.
Yeah, submit that shit. Like, I don't care.
But that's what she's saying. She might be, like, so busy with her schedule that is, like, a dude like Drake is like, look, I got to do all of this shit, bro. See what you could cook up in there, and I'll pick out the good parts from it, and I'll take care of the rest. Go ahead, handle that. And you're employing people. You know what I'm saying?
That's different, though. When you write, period, I feel if you write, period, we're not talking about you. We talking about motherfuckers who can't write.
But just know that all those people that you was talking about, they was trying to disqualify. They was trying to disqualify Drake. Now, this is the case. I'm gonna say this: if you thought Drake had the greatest raps ever, right, and he didn't write them, then you just think his ghostwriter is better than you, whoever that may be. Right. So no matter what, if you say he used this whoever that ghostly person is, then he better than you.
I mean, don't get me
a
fucked
lot
up.
I'm sorry, my fault. But a lot of people favorite artists, y'all don't even understand. Like, I don't know who y'all know who Yusef is. A lot of y'all favorite artists, they got songs written for them.
Right? No, I believe it.
That's how it works.
And don't get me wrong. And don't get me wrong. I don't want to knock entertainment and performing and learning these songs and all the hard work of an artist. They still putting in massive work to be where they at and to be who they are.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like it's okay if you didn't write something. Long as you write. If you're a writer, you write. If you don't write, I don't write. I write checks. Diddy Ben said it. Diddy Ben said it. It wasn't an issue because he owned it. He took accountability. Y'all ain't got to guess about me. I'm going to tell y'all what the fuck it is.
Right.
That's like the same situation with me. I write. I just learned how to write, but I learned how to write from my brother. My brother was the first writer. When I come with a record, and I come downstairs to Tracks, I tell Tracks, my brother wrote the hook. I'm filling this bitch in.
Right.
Like, it's a joint he slid me, we going crazy. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I write all my shit. Yeah. I don't even like taking nothing from my brother unless he around, because I just feel like I'm gonna need you all the way in if you coming in.
I
Porta,
respect that.
real quick.
I respect that.
Favorite female rapper? MC.
Favorite female MC for me, it's still the same. It's still been the same since she came out. My favorite female rapper is Remy. And I just fuck with her. She a real person. For me, it's always about just bigger than just the artist, the raps. You know what I'm saying? Like I love rap. I love hip hop. You know, just like with the male shit. You know, it's Jay-Z my favorite. And it's more about just their lyrical ability. Like I fuck with people. You know, don't get me wrong, the female shit is heavy because there's a lot of, especially since the beginning of time. Like I love Kim. I love Foxy. I love Cardi. To be honest, I love Megan. She's an Aquarius. Like
Nicki fall in that category?
Huh?
Nicki?
No, yeah, I love Nicki.
Okay, I was like, you didn't mention Nicki.
Listen,
I
told niggas not to be listing a bunch of rappers. I asked you a question. I asked you a fucking question.
I'm just saying I got love for them all. But Remy Martin, her shit, her energy, how she come with it, and just the real person she is.
You know who's kind
I
of
fuck
slept
with it.
on? Like a lyricist, Lady London.
I was just about to say, lady.
Ridiculous.
I was just about to say that. Like, there's so many artists that aren't on mainstream right now, but Lady London, she's on that. She
got the voice, the
she's
lyricist,
on that peak.
the everything.
She's on that peak, and I was just about to say
she's
that.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So people like her in 3D Nati.
Dream Doll, she dope. I think Dream Doll's dope.
That's crazy. You said
Shout
3D.
out to my sis,
and
Dream Doll.
I ain't shout 3D because 3D, that's my baby.
I
What
got a
about
song
you?
with her coming.
What about you, Wally? What about you?
For me, I'm very old school. I'm only 32, but you know, I mean, of course I can name the mainstream people and all that, but I think for me, when it comes to like my favorite MC, is more of something where like I need to have some type of connection with that artist, right? And I think for me, it was Angie Martinez. And granted, she don't rap anymore. You know, she's into, you know, radio and she's successful at that. But I don't think she really realizes, you know, the impact she had with her first album, you know, Up Close and Personal. Like
That's cute.
that album kind of got me through a lot of
real
shit.
cute.
So
Nice.
shout out to you, Angie.
She was
Martin.
popping.
That's why.
Definitely.
That's why representation is important in all
really
arts.
cute.
I go,
Yes.
hey, Poppy.
So
She did a lot. So shout out to you, yo. I appreciate that.
So I don't judge no artist by their personality or what they do in real life. I can separate the shit out of it. I could think you the realest nigga in the world and be like, you can't rap. And I could think you the fakest nigga in the world and be like, that nigga can fucking rap. So I won't put Remy Martin there. What I will say is my all-time favorite, I gotta say, is Nicki Minaj. I think she's the most well-rounded, you know what I'm saying? And she stole that spot because I was a Rod Digger.
Oh, I love Rod Digger.
I was a Rod
Shout
Digger
Rod Digger.
fan
Yo, shout out to her.
until I met Rod Digger. And no
Why?
disrespect.
What was wrong?
Don't do that.
Nah,
Don't pump up. Don't pump up.
it's real though. It's real.
Her flow was very
It
different.
wasn't
I fuck with
nothing.
Rod
It wasn't.
Digger.
It wasn't nothing Rod Digger did. Like
too
personally,
young.
it wasn't her. No, it's Flip Mode. Listen, the way she used to come on these songs and her voice, she didn't decide to rap with this
her voice is
feminine thing.
distinct.
It was like hard birdie, first name Rashid, the sweetest person. Had no idea the way her voice was all deep and gritty. I loved it, but I did like a front cover job for her back in the day. Like I did like photos. They say you should never meet like your heroes and shit like that because one, they were normal people. It wasn't like
Right.
she did nothing crazy. But I went downstairs. They doing like a photo shoot upstairs. Something of mine gets broken, right? I hear a whole crash. I come up the stairs. They're all, nobody wants to cop to it. Yeah, it would
Nobody
piss me
wants
off.
to take accountability.
Yeah, it rubbed me the wrong way. And it made it easier for that slot to come in when Nicki Minaj dropped. I was like, yeah, it's my new favorite.
That's so petty. That's so petty.
Nicki fire though.
Nah,
Nicki is top notch fire though.
No, but
Nicki
that's a
changed the
contradiction.
game.
That's a contradiction because I said I won't do it based off of stuff people do. Nah, that wasn't really it. That was a little bit. But really, it was when I saw Nicki, it was in 5-Star Chick video. First time. And I saw
She
that
killed
video.
that.
I was like in the screen, like, yo, who is this? Because of the animation.
Yeah.
And the craziest part is that same animation that I got like excited about. Like, who the fuck is this? Asia Sparks.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
When I saw
You
that
took those
Faja
words
joint,
out of-
when I saw that video, when that shit came on, it was like a little rock band. It was black and white and shit like that. And then she came on that joint and she just was all in the camera. I'm like, yo, I think it might have been my boy White Mike that showed me the joint.
Oh, wow.
I think White Mike was like, yo, you gotta
Shout
see
out to
this
White Mike.
shit, yo. and they played that shit. I said, yo, who this? They like, she from around here.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
nah.
you know what it is with Asia Sparks? Her flow. Her flow is like, it's not.
Even the way she talks.
You can't compare her to anybody. She's her own individual.
But he just compared me to Nicki.
No.
You know what I'm crazy?
your
That's not the first time I heard that too.
No, I would compare her to Nicki too. The way that she says some sort of words, it gives me Nicki.
So Nicki does it like this, like I like a doll. Her shit
That's how
is
she
like
does it?
hard body.
Yeah, like a nigga,
Like
like-
she about to burst out of
Yeah.
her body. Like, and I'm about to,
That's
I was
listen,
like, yo,
yeah.
what the
Aggressive.
fuck?
The
She just aggressive with it.
the first time that I got put on to Asia, I ain't gonna hold you. I was definitely like just a little surprised. I was definitely like fucking with it wholeheartedly, but I expected something different. I think I told you that. I
Yeah,
think I
you
told you
did.
when we
Yeah,
talked
you did.
because
Yep.
I was in jail. And they was like, yo, yeah, I was in
They
jail.
used to play me on the come up show
I was,
in jail.
no, they was talking about you in jail. I was in jail. I was doing like a 364 or something. And I remember they was like, yo, it's a female. You know the female Asia Spark. She on fire because you like Jersey and Philly. You
Yeah,
got
I had
ties.
to I had to
Jersey
bring you
and Philly.
for a
So
while.
Jersey knew about you. And it was some Jersey niggas like, nah, she from Jersey or she from Philly, but she be in Jersey. She live in Jersey too. She whatever. And they was like, yo, she fire named Asia Spark. She on fire. And I always be like, how the fuck? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So let me find what's going on. So I, immediately got hit. And when I seen her, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, I expected like some sexy type, you know what I mean? Different type, more female-ish, you know what I mean? Raps. And she came energy, gorilla, and just, cause she was like definitely like just attractive, the whole shit, you know what I mean? Decent. I'm like, this different. The way she came.
I was shocked hearing you in
it
the
was
beginning.
ferocious.
Because in the beginning, we're talking and she's so relaxed and like composed. You give me like don't take this the wrong way, but like into like the chakras or whatever. Like you get peaceful,
all calm.
and then she starts like yelling. I'm like, oh,
I am very calm. I
Yeah,
am
you
very
are,
calm
you
and
are.
spiritual. And I think like when I first came out doing music, I understood the assignment.
yeah.
Right.
I knew that when I came in the music industry, people were going to doubt me just because of how I looked, or they thought that they were going to try to sexualize me, and I never wanted to be sexualized. I wanted to be respected. You know what I'm saying?
That shit you
So-
just did on the intro though.
Hello?
Today,
Yo, that shit went so
Listen,
hard.
that was so
that
hardcore that I would like. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I want
got
people to know,
chills,
like,
right?
I still got it, even though I'm acting, I still have it. But also, too, there's a newer side of Asia that you will see. Like,
Well,
I do
I'ma tell you.
sing, and I've got my R&B, and talk sexy, and I talk grown women things, and,
Absolutely.
Right.
But when
But,
people have a dynamic delivery, right? Especially if you're a female, you have dynamic delivery, the voice. It's hard to compete on a track with them, so it actually can be intimidating. You could be a real bar spitter, but the way that a woman that has equal or more skill set than you and a better in that delivery, they will always take over on a track. You don't know what to do. If you rap first and then when they come on, the energy is like, whoa.
That actually
it's
got
like
me
they-
in trouble before. I did a song with Pusha T, Timbaland, and BK Brasco back in the day.
Nice.
And I was supposed to be on BK Brasco's album, and he knows this. And I went on there, and we need a female, so we go up there, do the record, and I go up to New York for the listening party. Like, I'm hype. I'm telling everybody, I'm on a record with Timbaland, Pusha T.
Don't tell me he cut you.
Yeah, he cut me out. He said my verse was harder than his. It's actually pretty funny because during when we shot Dirty
so
Game,
upset.
when we shot Dirty Game, and we were shooting with Jamal and Shooter. It was actually funny because I was like, I was a producer of it, so I'm like bringing everybody in, casting it and things like that. I was doing everything as a producer, and so I reached out to him like, yeah, come to the movie. Everybody was hitting me up that whole weekend. I had like 200 people hit me up for castings, and I totally forgot that him and Shooter had that thing on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh yes,
And I sort of violated it, but
That's something
back
you're
in
not
the
thinking
day-
about though. Like
no, it's not. But back in the day, I it hurt me, but I understood. I didn't understand. I was
Nah,
mad as
fuck
shit.
that.
No,
Y'all niggas gotta take your L's. Nah, fuck that.
No, let me say my piece though. Like I understood. I didn't understand that he took me off, but I understood the game.
Right.
Nothing's promised. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
I never, me personally, and don't get me wrong, I don't knock that. I don't knock nobody else's business and how they operate.
I knock it.
I-
Me
and I don't care,
Me
so.
personally, I'm just stating for me because I go through this type shit. People, records, you do with people, You never hear your record come out. You don't know what
Song I
happened to
did
the
with Miguel.
you don't know what happened to the verse, shit like that. Like I get it. I'm just letting people know for me, right? For me, if you come and you spaz on my record, right? Dev come through and do what he just did. Zangief with the Hawk slide down the pole like Mario. If you come bless my shit, that's what I called you for.
That's exactly the that's
BK
what
Brasco,
I
you
called you
dropped the ball,
for
man.
because guess
Man.
what? If you scorch
don't
me, first of all, if you scorch me on a record, right? Anybody that I call, first of all, I call you because I fuck with you. It's love. I want your talent on my project, right? This is the goal, right? And if you scorch me, right? To me, it's only gonna make for a crazier concoction because I'm gonna be hot regardless.
Yeah.
I'm always
That's
hot,
what I
nigga.
thought. I thought we was
Hello.
friends
That's a
too.
fact.
So
Yes.
at the time we was friends. We was both coming up in the same like industry, and we was both coming up like on that same ground. So I thought we was friends. So for me, I'm like, you had me come all the way to New York.
I don't
You ain't even
respect
tell
it.
me before I got here that you cut my
He
verse.
should have.
That's like Kanye. Soldier Boy ain't tell
Yeah.
Kanye that he did the same thing to me.
Man,
He ain't
listen.
even tell me
Hold
like
on,
before I showed
wait.
up.
That's a little bit different. I'm talking because Soulja Boy, I'm sure, didn't kill him on the song. I'm telling you this. If
You
you
know
come
what?
on the song, if you come on the song and kill it, right? We talked about on an episode with Young Leak about a song where I know that Wayne put a verse on something, and it must have been, no disrespect. Wayne's a fucking all-time great. We talk about a nigga that could be top 2, whatever. But he gave one of the worst verses ever. Sound like he was high, some shit like that. Now, the person spent like 30 grand on his verse. Now, would you have rather got the 30 grand verse that was trash? Or you rather get the 30 grand verse that takes over the song and people only care about that verse? Fuck that. Care about that verse.
Yeah.
They put it on my joint. And for upcoming artists, you should look at it more like, I'm so glad you came on here and killed this joint. Because my fan base ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You just gained one. You understand?
And at the time, I had a crazy fan base back in the day, so it would have actually helped. But it's just the same, Nicki Minaj, she was one of your favorites. So that's like when Monster came out with Kanye, Ross, and Nicki Minaj had the hardest verse on there.
Yeah.
Look,
Put up in that Monster automobile.
I
Gangsta.
call people.
Like, she killed that.
I call people and I actually give them their flowers. I call people like my man Don Michael on the joint we got on my joint Paradise 2 now. We got a joint called You Already Know, me, him, and Jace Harley, where I think his verse is the fucking best verse, hands down. It's fucking smoky. I tell him all the time, I be like, bitch, you slid. Same thing with Mimi on X-Rated. She's fire. I went and got her for that. She slid
Yo,
on
look,
me.
the Track's so good at rapping. He talking about Tracks, by the way, is Don Michael Jr. He's so good at rapping that niggas be trying to figure out why they verse not as good as his. Like, I think he didn't mix mine as good. I think my voice,
like,
no,
no.
nigga. That nigga is just that good. Like, he's really that fucking good. You know
Nah,
what I
he's
mean?
talented, bro. And that's, to me, that's what you reach out to people for, bro.
Right.
I've actually experienced, I ain't gonna hold you, man. And again, I gotta talk about this shit. I won't get into names out of respect for motherfuckers, but, and I know sometimes people, this shit might resurface and people gonna be like, damn, why I Porta talking about that? Because it happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? It happened, we did it, and it is what it is. I don't get into names out of respect for motherfuckers because I really talk about this shit not to personally try to like affect people, but hoping that this shit could stop, especially when it be weak shit. But I've had people where I went and did a record with motherfuckers, right? I went in the booth, beat was fire. I'm like, oh yeah, you called me. I love when a nigga call me for a fire beat, right? I'm like, oh, we already off to a good start. Especially when I'm doing it on a muscle. I'm like, okay, let's get it shaking. I went in the booth, I shook shit up, I came out, and the person was like, yo, why you do that? And I was like, I thought he was joking. I was like,
Do what?
nigga, you playing, nigga. I'm fired, nigga. And he was like, nah, like, Rich, come on. Like, you gonna do that to my record?
Right.
I'm like, do what, my nigga? Like, that's what I do. I'm like, I don't do it no other way. I don't have like a certain, like I go light or I could go, I go 10,
If
nigga.
anything, go rewrite your rap or something like
Yeah,
that. Like I'm cool. At
revisit,
least do that. Like, go
exactly.
back, do your verse until you feel like it's better. But
I
to
ain't gonna
take
hold
somebody off sucks, man.
I was disappointed to take
Especially
somebody
not
off.
letting them
to-
know, because
to-
he ain't let you know right away.
Yeah, he ain't let me
Which
know. I
that's-
drove all the way to New York. It was a whole little thing. But you know what, though? Like, a lot of the times, a lot of people not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They not comfortable with themselves.
Hello?
I used to have shows and people used to come and
take
just
somebody
bite my
off.
show. They're not comfortable with themselves. And it's like, if you're gonna do music, you need to do this shit authentically. Be you. You feel what I'm saying? Be you. And a lot of the times, like, that's why a lot of times, like, with me and rapping, like, I don't even do a lot of features, if you notice that. But then, you know, me, I'm not no hater. Like, you know, I got a song with Dream Doll, and we both ate that shit up.
Shout out to Dream Doll.
Shout out to Dream Doll.
Fire.
She need to come on our show next. Shout out to you, sis.
Yeah, she around. But it's just like, you know, like not even that though. Like she killed her verse.
Right.
She killed it from a sexier perspective, and I killed mine from a more lyrical, get hype perspective. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people looking at her as the sexy one because I know I got tracks that I'm just killing shit through and through. Like my shit is gonna be hot regardless. So, you know, and y'all gonna see new Asia Sparks when it come out. But
shout out to that.
Yeah. So what's coming? What's coming from Asia Sparks before we get out of here? We're like, what we got to look forward to from Asia Sparks?
Well, right now, like I got a couple more movies. March 25th, I got a movie with Amari Hardwick coming called Fells High. Amari Hardwick, T.J. Adams, Elise Neal, Mark John Jeffries. I hope I
like
shout
Elise
everybody
Neal.
out.
It's a trailer
Darren,
out for
my
that.
boy
Isn't
Darren.
it?
There is a trailer out,
Yeah.
and you know it's a Philadelphia film. And
Look fire. I seen it. It looked fire.
Yeah, it's a Philadelphia film, and I think it's important to start shining light on Philadelphia. You know, a lot of people come here to shoot, but they never claim that they're shooting here.
Right.
You know, we did Made in
What's it
Chinatown.
called?
It's called Fells High. It's
Fells
coming
High.
to Netflix. Yes, March 25th.
Mari Hardwick.
Yeah, it's got
Ghost.
Double Cross each and every Thursday on All Black Network, WeTV, and AMC. So that's pretty dope.
Dope.
And you got a couple more other movies, Dirty Game, and you expect some new music from me. I got my R&B album. I'm still rapping on it though, but I got my R&B album, The Last Rose of the Spring. So dope. So dope. My single Vows, Attractive, and of course I'm gonna just throw some Bobby V on there just because he's on there too.
Okay.
I've been working with a lot of people, like getting a lot of stuff done, and I also got some hip hop coming, and then I got an inspirational album too.
So it's gonna be
Not
fair
bad.
to say in the future when Asia Sparks is this blockbuster big star, Bobby Valentino discovered you.
Centerfold.
I ain't gonna claim. No, I ain't giving Bobby that credit. I ain't giving Bobby that credit because I discovered me.
Hello.
shit.
I ain't giving Bobby that
Hold
credit.
on.
Hold on.
Let him know, Asia.
I was already on when I met him.
Let me give one shout because I did. Let me give one shout. I got to give one shout. Shout to Swag Mag 856. Shout to the OG
Swag
Train
Mag.
because
Yes.
that's like one of the
Train.
first. That's like one of the first magazines that I did see you in,
Yes.
and that's one of our own magazines.
Yes,
and that's family. So
shout out
to
to
Train.
my fam, and we're doing so much. I have a Hype Here. I don't know if you ever heard of Hype Here magazine as well, but they're doing things with Swag Mag, and Swag Mag had brought to me John Blassingame, and we're doing Hype Here's 20th year anniversary at Newark Airport, and that is May 21st and May 22nd, and I am a special guest judge. And it's a fashion show, so it's a model
Fire.
competition, plus size models, petite
Shout out to
models,
that.
and you win Hype Hair cover, and you also get a trip to Cancun. So that's going to be pretty awesome as well. Yeah, so go to my Instagram; it's on my page, and check that out. And I got a couple music videos coming, so I've been working. A lot of people haven't seen me work, but I've been working.
They gonna know after that intro.
No, they gonna know. Not even that though. They
That
gonna
intro
know.
was heavy.
Yeah, but they
bombed.
gonna know. They gonna know when they see me drop. Like I've been loading up the clip, and when I'm ready, you know how I come. So I dropped 5 singles, and I just keep on dropping videos, and then I drop the project. So for me, I want to follow that same formula, but I'm giving them something so different, so beautiful. The songwriting is amazing. I'm producing most of the stuff that you're gonna hear. Like my singing is amazing, and shout out to Sam Rye Bread from Milk Boy. You getting me right, girl. Like I've been working with a lot of people that have just been teaching me. My brother Romel, he in Atlanta right now. Shout out to Mel, Badman. Like so, everybody's just been teaching me like the game and how it go. Like I've been taking this time to learn. And y'all gonna see some of my movies coming too. It's I'm casting for that too. So make sure you look out for it.
And make sure that y'all go check out that Hollywood Hearts, all that stuff that's available
Double
right
Cross,
now. You know what I'm saying?
Cross.
So we got the wheel out. We got the wheel out.
Let's get the wheel.
What's
We
the
gotta
wheel?
we gotta get the spin. We gotta get the spin on the wheel.
Yes,
you know
we
what I'm saying?
will.
Yeah,
The wheel is where you think that it's not going to land on a twerk break, but it lands on a twerk break every time.
Hold on.
Dev's not slick. He's not slick.
You'll see in a second.
Oh, I'm nervous.
hold on.
I'm nervous for the game.
This is where we act like we're model girls and strippers, but we're really not. She works at Victoria's Secret. Like, we're not really.
Okay.
Hey, yo, let's get a spin on this joint, man. She gave it a good spin.
Hey, listen, everybody, we appreciate y'all. y'all
put
for
shit on a
tuning in with
pedestal.
us.
Hold a
Y'all
grudge and
know
I
what
won't
it
ever
is.
let it
Every
go. Keep
Tuesday
it distance
night,
from me, had to let
the
him know.
livest
Got a
show
taste
on
of that shit, it's
television.
incredible.
It's
When I
one of
snap,
your
I don't post for the
co-hosts,
camera.
not the host.
Took a man and I know
But
that
we
shit
here,
damaging.
the
Pussy wet, but he
Devinwade
know how to
Show.
manage
Every
it. Play the game, I don't know how to
Tuesday.
plan the
Let's
shit.
go.
Bet that money on your soul, I'ma snatch that. Don't be steaming on that blunt, nigga, pass that. He said if you throw it at me, I'ma catch that. Where the cash at? Where the cash at? Nigga, where the cash at? Where the cash at? Nigga, where the cash at? Where the cash at? Nigga, where the cash at? Where the cash at? You can't Wu-Tang better than me. Bet you can't throw it back better than me. You can't Wu-Tang better than me. Bet you can't throw it back better than me. You can't Wu-Tang better than me. Bet you can't throw it back better than me. You can't Wu-Tang better than me. Bet you can't throw it back better than me. Ass fat turn QB when I throw it. Brain so good, let the whole world know it. Acting like a hustler, baby, you gon' have to show it. The money don't stop, so it's going where it's going. It's going where it's going. The money don't stop, so it's going where it's going. It's going where it's going. The money don't stop, so it's going.